Indeed, let's go straight away to the European edition of the Wall Street Journal, which its front page is very striking indeed. It has a headline saying that this US vote signals change again. The opening words to its main front page piece are that the odds are that the United States midterm elections will mark the fourth time in under a decade that voters oust a party from control of Congress or the White House. So we're seeing perhaps not perhaps a turning point, but a significant shift in politics in Washington. Let's look at a cartoon from the other side of the country. The LA Times has got this, which gives you some flavour of the US vote. The man asking, well, where are the real candidates? And is it just a choice between Obama stinks and Obama doesn't stink? So, of course, that's reflecting some of the mood.
Now, you've been looking for some analysis, haven't you? You found a piece in the Washington Post asking, where did Obama go wrong?
Well, indeed, it speaks for itself, doesn't it? You can see that headline for the Post. And it's saying, well, yeah, we've got, with Barack Obama, his 6 years, we've had some great speeches, haven't we? He's really delivered those speeches brilliantly, but we haven't had that translation into action. And that's been his problem over the last 6 years. His recent crises have included the Snowden NSA surveillance scandal, immigration issues from Mexico, Islamists beheading foreigners, including Americans. A long list this year, which the American public are just feeling that he has not had the leadership to respond to and sort out and fix. So Obama, for the Post, not delivering in terms of achievements. I turn to the Chicago Tribune. Remember, Chicago, Stuart, is his hometown, isn't it, his base? And one of the comment pieces at the top of their website, Chicago Tribune, is find the incumbents on your ballot and then vote no. Of course, incumbency in the States, in the American political system, is very much part of what we're used to. Incumbents, they do tend to stay on. So what are we going to be seeing over the next few hours with this vote? The comments there are, well, look at the people who are in power. A potted plant could do better.
Well put, anyway. Now, let's look at The Economist. They're mulling what next. What happens after the midterms, they're saying?
Well, indeed, that's a good question. After the midterms, we're possibly going to see a Senate led by the Republicans. And there you can see The Economist piece. It goes through the various policies, but its central argument is that what we'll have here is a kind of stalemate, with the Republicans really wanting to go for the jugular and attack Obama as president, but also wanting to see as credible to run the country in 2016. So they will come back to Congress, as will Democrats, with their shovels in hand to dig trenches and really entrench their positions for the 2016 presidential race. So that is their take on the issue.
Looks at something completely different now. China Daily.
Well, we looked at the China Daily on Monday, didn't we, which is sort of looking at the donkey and the elephant sparring match that between the Republicans and Democrats. Here we've got another picture of not a sparring match, but Beijing holding out the hand to the boxing glove, it sees, of Washington. Now, it says, well, it feels that this possible Senate win for the Republicans, where the Republicans actually control all of Congress, could mark a major shift, and it is concerned. And it says that Obama should really take the opportunity now in his last 2 years to forge a new leadership role, not for the states, but for the Washington and Beijing together, inclusive global governance. And Washington should not see Beijing as a threat, but instead unite, take its experience, put that to the fore, and Beijing will then come to the table with its economic might. One of the quotes there is, China is neither willing nor ready to take over global leadership, but all we can suggest now is that Washington help us prepare the way. So Beijing there obviously eyeing a key role for itself. Just on a lighter note, let's have a look at the French edition of the magazine Slate, which is advising French readers about how to speak real American politics. And it goes through various words such as flip-flopping, dark money, kick the can down the road, attack ad. It explains all these things. I went through the list and I thought, all those things are really horrible and negative about American politics. So, of course, the whole question of that race, that vote in the States, really dominating. We'll be covering that in full on Wednesday as well, won't we, tomorrow in the next few hours.
Excellent. Yeah, I did hear our French senior producer go on about le lame duck earlier in the newsroom. A canard, what is it? The producer's telling me canard boiteux, apparently. Canard boiteux is a lame duck. There you go. You've been educated here on France 24 today. Thanks a lot, Nick. Thanks to Stephen as well. News coming up, of course, plus the case seen as a test for the Pope's determination to crack down on sexual abuse within the church. We're going to be reporting on that in today's Focus.